Goulash time, it's goulash time. So it would be probably more normal to use macaroni pasta for goulash. Here, of course, I'm using penne because I don't have any macaroni pasta. I'm really hungry for goulash. I'm in the mood. A coworker was talking about it and I was like, ow. So goulash is just kind of, you know, you just kind of throw in what you have. There's like bazillion ways to do it. So here I have yellow squash. Like the problem here is I've got yellow squash, yellow onions, just a little bit of garlic, which is yellow, and then corn, because goulash always has to have corn in it, frozen corn. I was like, oh crap, everything's yellow. So I'm throwing in a handful of just frozen vegetables. And then, you know, it's like the sauce is red, some tomato sauce there. So there I have the hot oil pan going with olive oil in a hot frying pan. Okay, I'm going to stir that around. Okay, there that's going. I'm going to test the pasta. You want this pasta because it's kind of like a soup. It's a stew. It's a type of stew. And so you don't want the pasta's not the main thing. There, I better drain that. Okay, there, I didn't want the pasta overcooked, so I hurried up and drained it and put in the tomato sauce. Because the tomato sauce is cold out of the fridge. And that'll cool the pasta down and stop it from cooking. So the thing about goulash is, I think it always has to have corn in it. Goulash always has corn, and generally always has some kind of squash. Obviously zucchini probably would work better because corn is yellow, and then I put yellow squash, which is also yellow. That's two things that are yellow, but there you can see I put a handful of frozen vegetables in there that adds some color to it. I think it'll be fine. But then normally you would, before I put the vegetables in, I would get a veggie dog, a turkey dog, or like a beef dog. Hopefully you wouldn't use a pork hot dog. And I would slice it up, and I would have fried it on here and then put the vegetables on top of that. But I'm making the vegetarian version. Some people put hamburger, so you'd cook ground hamburger or ground turkey or whatever, and then right as the second the meat is cooked, boom, you throw in these vegetables and then saute that. But again, I'm making a vegetarian kind. So I'm gonna throw in some veggie ground round. Okay, there you go. You see it's got the ground. If it would focus in there, it's got the ground beef in it. See that? Veggie ground beef, so it simulates that. So we're making basically the hamburger kind of goulash then. Again, it's just kind of what I have. That's what you do with goulash, is you just kind of, if you have pasta, tomato sauce, some kind of squash, and some corn, then you just kind of throw together everything else that sounds good. Hell, I guess technically you could just stop there, you know, but take a kind of meat and that. So this is what we're going to go with. Of all these things, the squash will take the longest to cook. Ooh, hot. It's pretty close to there. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. Because again, it's veggie. A little bit of salt. Not very much, because tomato sauce already has salt. I probably added too much. Gosh damn it. It's probably going to be fine though. A little bit of black pepper. A little bit of parsley. I'm not going to add oregano. I add oregano to everything. I love oregano, but dang it. But in this case, I don't want it to resemble spaghetti that much. Now I'm going to add some crushed red peppers. I'm gonna go a bit on the heavy side with those. There. Those, some people think those are really, really hot. Okay, looks like I'm probably good to put the vegetables, combine everything. Okay, here I am, I'm mixing it all together. Okay, there I've mixed it. People differ quite a bit on how much red sauce they like on pizzas and pastas and all that. I love red sauce, but first you want to taste it and see where you are at this point. Pretty good. It doesn't have too much of anything, but there's just a little bit more of that. I'm gonna add all the rest of it. It's too dry, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with the rest of that stuff. Okay, it looks good. That's a lot better, don't you think? Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna put it on my plate. Oh my gosh, again, I've been a single parent for the last couple decades, so hello. It's hard for me to cook for one person. That's like probably half of that. Maybe put a salad there or some bread or something. Ooh, that's a lot. I might have to save some of it for leftovers, but one of those times where I think it's good to go heavy on the cheese. Got some shredded extra sharp cheddar. There it is, goulash. A whole gigantic plate of goulash. Oh, yummy. American classic. So the basic idea is you just kind of throw whatever you have into the pot, but it would include corn, squash, pasta, and usually hot dogs. But this one turned out to be the ground beef kind, but veggie version, vegetarian.